meet you.
Dr. Stewart.
All right.
Back here. That's Stuart. And that's Keith, it's a paramedic. And as I say, Georgie is filming them all for Sky One.
I do.
No. This is where this is the business end, as it were. We've got it stretching up ready for one casualty, which is how we normally would have the air ambulance. But we're actually able to carry 2 fully stretchered casualties by pushing these chairs into the middle and then put another full stretcher here. Basically, the bulkhead in any other air ambulance goes about here, and the patient is loaded in through the side or through the tail section, and then you'd have one paramedic in the back with access to head and chest injuries. But with us, as you can see, we would have full access from head to toe. So if there's any leg trauma, any burn injuries, we can keep an eye on the patient in flight as well. So say, and we're the only air ambulance in the country that can carry 2 fully stretchered casualties. So we're quite proud of that. The Augusta itself is an Italian-built machine. Top speed of just under 200 miles an hour. It's the fastest air ambulance in the country. All the others do about 140, 160 miles an hour. But that advantage, obviously means that we can get to our patients more quickly, and that can make a big difference for some. So do you remember any of the inside at all, Chris? Just looking at the maps.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we're going to put some nice pictures up there for people. A bit like when you go to the dentist, for those that are conscious. But we're going to write it backwards, and it says if you can read this, you're all right.
That'd be quite good.
Equipment-wise, there's 3 main pieces of kit in the back here. Suction aspirator, so if there's any problems with the airway, any obstructions, we can pull out the blood, vomit, that kind of thing. Defibrillator, so patients that have had a major heart attack, we've had quite a few of those lately. And the ProPack monitor up there, the monitors in the heart and the oxygen levels in the blood.
Yeah.
So patients can be hooked up to those, that will keep them stable. And pretty much that's all about it. It's about getting the doctor and the paramedic to the patient as quickly as possible and stabilising them on scene. And we're not just a transport service, because that care we can give on scene will give that patient a fighting chance much more than just flying them off to hospital. So once they're stabilised, then we put them in the heli and we can take them to the most appropriate hospital for their care. Not just the nearest one, but the one that's going to give them the best possible care in 12 hours, 24, 48 hours, so they'll be flown straight to where they need to go. And that is basically it. And it costs £4,000 a day, roughly £500 a shout. We average about 5 or 8 missions a day, so we say it's about £500 a shout. Guarantee when you got a camera out, they get their toys out. We did live here in Redbury, but it's on to start a new one that we put up at East Midlands Airport, covering Derbyshire and Leicestershire. This one is going to be replaced. This has all got analogue displays. It's a dual control aircraft, so what you see on this side is exactly the same as the other side. We don't have to use it as dual control. Pilot sits front right, paramedic does front left. And the paramedic's job on the way to a mission is to do the navigation, pretty much like a co-pilot. So they'll be putting in the details of exactly where we're going. The pilot just needs to read the display then. It's got enough to do flying the aircraft. First? Yes. Good. Well, let's go find out who the crew were.